Alright, so it's been a minute. I just thought I'd give an update. I got a few things I've done I can share. First of all, though, I would like to say thank you to anybody that, or everybody that's subscribed and liked the videos and shown interest and stuff. It is motivating. I didn't really expect anybody or very few people to show any interest in it, but I've had like 60 people subscribe recently. And I know it's not a lot, but it's still surprising. It's kind of cool. You know, I don't even talk to 60 people regularly, so to have that many people kind of interested enough to at least watch along is kind of neat. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and share a few things here with you. All right, LF4 high pressure pump done. Use Tracey Lewis Performance Roller Cup and Shim. It's not available on their website, but if you give them a call, they will get you hooked up. They're really helpful. He's a very knowledgeable guy. He actually gave me some pointers with this, so super helpful. No longer deadhead. Got a fuel pressure regulator with a return. It is a boost reference regulator, but I'm not using boost reference because I don't know a way to scale that in tune. So there's that. 6 AN PTFE. It's got a 1/4 inch, or I'm sorry, a 3/8 to 6 AN hard tube and a 1/4 inch to 6 AN off of the direct injection pump. This is the reason the direct injection pump needs that fitting, is because I've cut off this low pressure check valve that's in line here. It's got some tiny orifices. Tracey Lewis actually gave me that hint that this was banded in here. And in my research, it almost looks like every high feature V6 has this. So you're making big power with a 3.0, 3.6, 3.2, whatever they are. You have problems with the low pressure side. Probably check that out. But did that, changed the gate. Here's my old gate. See it? Old junker. This one lasted quite a while. And the only reason it went bad is because it was beating against the hood. The motor mounts went bad, and that motor was picking up, and it was just slamming that thing all the time. So eventually that seal in there started leaking. This whole hat's probably a little jank. So it started leaking reference. Had to get rid of it. Here's a new gate. HP Maximizer. Apparently from California. Don't know how true that is. It's got a lot nicer finish. The machining was a lot nicer on it. The stem is thicker on the inside. And I also noticed the stem is a snap ring style instead of these cheap little Allen heads that they use that like to get stripped out. But got that. It's good. I'm happy with it. Been testing it. Does great. Alright, in here I've got my fuel pump return. I still have the tank open, or I'm sorry, I had the back seat out so you can still see the top of the tank right now. But got a 6 AN bulkhead fitting with a PTFE washer, 6 AN PTFE hose there. And PTFE is kind of a bitch to deal with, but once you get it to seal, it lasts forever. I bypassed the fuel pump control module, so it's running it's got a relay wired in. So now when the relay kicks on, when the key kicks on, and it sends battery voltage to this pump at all times. So it's just basically running 100% duty cycle all the time, add battery voltage. I found this to be a lot more consistent. There's probably other ways of doing it, and that's fine, but this is the way I did it. There you go. I forgot to include this previously, but these are the plugs I'm running. RR12IS. I bought these from Tap Out Tuning. They come pre-gapped for a pretty good price. Actually cheaper than OEMs. Nothing wrong with OEM. Just got to gaff them right. So there you go. I did end up taking it to the track. It didn't run quite what I was hoping for because I was having problems with this little guy here. It just been vibrating, and the engine bay wasn't mounted or anything. So eventually this thing just started leaking pretty bad, so it won't hold reference anymore. So I ended up just running on gate, but it still ran a 13.2 at 112.97. So it's about a 3 mile an hour gain and a 1/10 in the quarter. So it's definitely better. It's because it's not dropping fuel pressure on the big end anymore, especially at low boost. It was like 10 pounds that night. So I actually ran faster on less boost with the new pump. So I think once I get this new one on, or this new Mac valve on here and get it controlled, it should definitely get into the 12s as it sits. So And I do plan on running. I'm gonna go ahead and when I get back from vacation, I'm going to Florida here pretty soon. But when I get back from vacation, I'm going to go ahead and order an Autotech high pressure pump mod, the kit and with the tool, and the Tracey Lewis exhaust cam. It's fuel lobe cam. The cam adds about 15% flow, and the plunger kit adds about 36%. So combined, you're looking at around 51%. So that should be quite. I mean, more than I need, honestly. It should be plenty. I could run as much ethanol as I want, not really care anymore at the pump, not pay attention, and run as plenty of boost, as much as this diff or trans can handle. At least I'm pretty sure. So I think that I'll do that, within the next couple months or whatever this summer, and then. But I'm gonna take it back to track as it is right now. I'm gonna get that 12 out of it, 12 something. I don't care if it's 12.99, but I'll take it back. I'll do these pump mod and some other stuff. The reason for that though is typical Rattletech shit. It's the timing set starting to make noise. So I don't know what's going on yet. I haven't dug too deep into it. It does make noise mainly in park or neutral and I free rev it, or really light throttle going down the road. It has to be low RPM, pretty light throttle though. It almost seems like if there's not a lot of load on it, it wants to, like one of those guides with the actuator on it. It's trying to that's what it sounds like. It's just rattling around in there. I had some buddies look at it. I looked at it, and I got no metal in the oil. I almost thought it was a rod bearing at first, but I've heard more than one rod knock in my life, and
what the fuck is this piece of shit?
I've never heard one that went quiet whenever you hit the gas. Typically they get louder, or they graduate to a squeal. But so I'll tear into that. I'll figure it out. It may not even be on the timing set. It may end up actually being something on the belt drive, or I have a feeling no, it's in that timing set. I'll figure it out. But while I have it apart, I'm gonna do the fuel mods too. And I was planning on doing the converter from Tracey Lewis before I did that, but if I'm getting into it, I'm doing it. So might as well. If I have to, I'll do the Tracey Lewis converter this winter. And once I get that on there, I'll be putting a two-step on it, or maybe this fall. But I'll be putting a two-step on it, and I'll be slamming this thing. I don't know how hard I can launch it, but I'm going to be figuring it out. I'm going to buy a set of 17s, some slicks to put on the back. I said I wouldn't, but it's kind of snowballing, so. But there you go.